October is the time of year when we think about stewardship and what that has to do with following Jesus. We usually have 2 or 3 folks prepare talks, and that serves well. But this year we're doing it a bit differently. For the last couple of weeks, when people have been by my office, I've asked them to speak for just a moment about stewardship, just off the top of their heads. Usually I've found that what comes off the tops of their heads also reflects what's in the bottom of their hearts. So here are some thoughts from 3 of your St. Giles friends about stewardship of time.
If we understand what God wants us to do, and we can do that by communicating with God, by spending time with God, by listening to what God has to say to us, by being in the Word, by being in Christian fellowship, and we get a flavor for what it is He wants us to do. And then I think that if it's to serve other people, then I think we need to be proactive in how we do that. We need to wake up in the morning and think about how are we going to serve God today, and that has to be a priority as far as our time is concerned. We have certain things we do every day, maybe our job and our family responsibilities, but serving God, He will make it, I think, very clear to us how we have to do that.
For time, it runs out. So some of the things I've learned is trying to use it the best I can, and part of it is protecting it. So learning where I may have more interest than time permits, and how to better prioritize those, and pray about those, and so that then the things that are there able to do at the level of depth that they need and that I would like to do them, and also protecting the energy, the rest, the stamina by not having too much going on at the same time.
Time, I think when I went on my first term, short-term mission, I was looking at the types of things that perhaps I could help out with, and this was a construction trip and building something and maybe networking with some of the people. We were down in Chocampeach in Mexico then, near Merida, and you know, what types of gifts I could give, and we worked and worked with the local people there and got to know some of them and worshiped with some of the Christians there. We were building a school dormitory actually for pastors. But when I came back from that, I was seriously blessed about 100 times more than anything that I gave away. So again, from kind of a selfish viewpoint, if you will, when you do give in your time, and I'm talking about time here, I think it actually helps you in other areas of your career business-wise, because if you focus on what you're doing all the time business-wise and family and such things as that, and not what God perhaps wants you to do, you became a little too focused and probably not as good. If you take the time to get out of your normal norm, and if it's a cross-cultural opportunity, I really suggest that too. That's really valuable in helping your day-to-day excuse me, activities too.
There are many facets to our stewardship of time, 3 of which Gordon, Kenny, and Chick have addressed. Namely, how we seek God's guidance for using our time, how we must carefully apportion the limited time we have, and how giving our time to God ends up coming back around to us in benefits that we never could have predicted. Thank God we're in this together, learning as we go, and trying to use the 24 hours that God has given us each day to honor Him. Serving Him with our time is both a privilege and a growing edge for us all. May God be glorified as we grow in our stewardship of the time He entrusts to us.